Good morning, students. So in my last video we have discussed about the indicators which indicates whether the substance is acid or basis. In that we have also studied the indicators are of three types. One is the natural indicator, next is the artificial or synthetic indicators, and third category was the olfactory indicator. Now in this video we will discuss about the acids, the physical properties of acid as well as bases. We know that acids are those chemicals which make the substance sour. Any chemical which makes the substance sour, खट्टा बना रहे हैं, कोई भी ऐसे केमिकल, उनको हमने नाम दिया है acids. On the basis of the occurrence, the acids यानी कि कहाँ पाए जाते हैं, उस basis पे acids are divided into two categories. One is the organic acids and next is the mineral acid. Although you have studied this thing in your previous classes also, organic acids are those acids which we get it or which obtain from plant and animals, and mostly they are a weak acid. They are very edible, you can eat them. So these are the organic acids. Whereas the next category in this is mineral acids, those acids which we get it from the earth crust in the form of minerals. Or in the organic acids, they are edible. Organic acids are weak acids, and whereas mineral acids are very strong acids. So there are some examples of organic acids and the sources where we found that is in curd or milk, lactic acid is present. Your tomatoes, they are oxalic, oranges, they are citric, apple malic, grapes tartaric, even tamarind also have a tartaric acid, and stink, they have a formic acid which causes itching on your skin, and vinegar has acetic, amla has ascorbic acid. Whereas if we check the mineral acid, there are hydrochloric acid, nitric, phosphoric, sulfuric, carbonic, hydrofluoric and hydrochloric. In this I just want to add one more point, that although the mineral acids are very strong, but there is an exception, that is a carbonic acid. Carbonic acids is an exception. It is found in your aerated or aerated drains. So this is the one of the mineral acid, but it is a weak acid. So this part you have already studied in your previous classes, that acids are those chemicals which make your substance sour, and this is of two types, organic and mineral. Now we will going to study further. If we look carefully, we look the mineral acids, the examples of mineral acids. There is the hydrochloric, nitric, and along with that, if you can see the formula, HCl, HNO3, H3PO4, H2SO4, H2CO3, HF. If we carefully look at the formula, we find that the acids has a hydrogen in common. So this was being seen by another scientist known as Arrhenius. He is actually a chemist. He noticed that when acid dissolves in the water, they dissociate or ionize. Ionize or dissociate means they breaks down into the ions, like HCl when in the water breaks down in H plus and Cl minus. HF is also one of the acid, breaks down into H plus and F minus. HNO3, H minus and NO3 minus. So he noticed that when the acid dissolve in the water, they dissociate into ions. One ion is common in all the acids. And what's that? It was the hydrogen ion, or we call it proton. So the next definition of acid come into the picture. According to the Arrhenius, there is another definition come into the picture, that is, according to Arrhenius, acids dissolve in the water and dissociates into H plus ion or hydronium ion. एसिड वो सब्सटेंस होते हैं जो पानी में जाते ही टूट जाते हैं इनटू H प्लस आयन. अगर वो H प्लस आयन बना रहे हैं तो आर्नियस ने कहा वो एसिड है. सो दिस इज अ डेफिनेशन गिवन बाय द Arrhenius that if the substance which dissolve after dissolving the water dissociate and produce H plus ion या प्रोटॉन या हाइड्रोनियम आयन, they are called acid. अब ये हाइड्रोनियम आयन क्या है? अगर हम ध्यान से, हमने अभी पढ़ा HCl breaks down into H plus and Cl minus. Students, I just want to add into this part, although it is not in your book, but I want to add this thing कि H plus individually is not exist in the water, because being a very small size, it individually H plus ion कुछ exist नहीं करता पानी के अंदर. तो ये क्या होता है, H plus ion पानी के वाटर मॉलिक्यूल के साथ कंबाइन हो जाता है and they form a hydronium ion, H3O plus. Although water is what? Water is a neutral. तो H3O plus जो hydronium ion है, it behaves like a H plus ion only. So in some books it has been written hydrogen ion, or in some books it is written hydronium ion. It will be the same for you people. Either you can write it H plus or hydronium ions, one and the same thing. It doesn't make any difference. But practically hydronium ion exist करता है, H plus नहीं करता. But in NCERT it is already written H plus. So you can either write H plus or hydronium. It's one and the same thing. So actually is the correct equation is HNO3 in the water, it nitrate ion and hydronium ion will be formed. The reaction happen in the water is this thing. So nitric acid when in the water dissociate into hydronium and a nitrate ion. Similarly, acetic acid, when water, it dissociate into acetate ion and hydronium ion. Actually, this is going to happen. ये notice किया था Arrhenius ने. Classical definition तो सही थी कि भाई जो substance, जो chemical किसी भी substance को खट्टा बनाते हैं, we call it acids. So according to the Arrhenius, the acids are those which when dissolved in the water dissociate or ionize into hydrogen ion. Now this is the new definition given by Arrhenius in 19th century. Now and he even added, because of this H plus ion or hydronium ion, the acid shows its acidic character. Because of this H plus ion and hydronium ion only, the acid can able to show its acidic character. I will show you like this. He said, like I have a litmus paper. I don't have the litmus paper, if you remember. I made it by using the rose petal. Here I have a dry tamarind and second is I have a solution of it. Now, if I put a dry tamarind on this litmus paper, I find no color change. And finally, take this solution and take just a tip of it. The color immediately changes to pink. Immediately the color changes to. Now we realize that because of this H plus ion or hydronium ion, the acidic character is being shown on the litmus paper. Another question is being asked in the NCERT, why HCl does not show the acid, dry HCl does not show the acidic character. What is the reason? Again, the reason is the same, because dry HCls are not dissociated into H plus ion, and because of If there is no H plus ion, the litmus paper, the acidic character on the litmus cannot be shown. As soon as you moist the litmus paper or put the HCl in a liquid or in a water, so immediately the change in the litmus paper appear. Why this is so? Again, dry litmus paper, dry HCl hasn't dissociated into the ions. That's why it does not show the acidic character. Whereas the moist litmus paper, as soon as the HCl come in the contact to the water, immediately it dissociates into H plus ion, and because of that H plus ion, it shows the acidic character. As given this part is been given in your NCERT. So this question has been asked so many times, why dry HCl do not show any change in the litmus paper, but as soon as you take the moist litmus paper, the dry HCl shows the color change. Because HCl, when come in contact with the water, immediately dissociate and produce H plus ion, and because of this H plus ion, the color change appears. Otherwise color change appear nahi hota. One more thing, students, this is all about the acidic character is being shown by the H plus ion. One more thing I want to add over here, not only the H plus ions determine the color in the litmus paper, but also this presence of this H plus ions determine the strength of the acid as well. If there are more large number of H plus ion in any acid, when it dissolves in the water, large number of H plus ion is produced, that categorized in the strong acid. And if there in less number of H plus ion has been produced, then we call it a weak acid. And why this is so? Key strong acids and weak acids. What is the reason is, strong acids जैसे पानी में dissolve किए जाते हैं, when the acids dissolve into the water, they completely dissociate. Give an example of HCl. अगर इस बीकर में आप देख पा रहे हैं 4 HCl के मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं, ये चारों के चारों जब पानी के टच में आएंगे, चारों के चारों मॉलिक्यूल्स डिसोसिएट हो जाएंगे H प्लस एंड Cl माइनस में, यानी कि हमारे पास 4 H प्लस और 4 Cl माइनस बनेंगे. What about the weak acids? Actually, they are those acids which partially dissociate into the ions. जब पानी में डालते हैं आधे डिसोसिएट होते हैं और आधे डिसोसिएट नहीं होते. Give an example, like if you easily see that there are 2 acid molecules are there, दोनों को पानी में डाला गया इक्वल स्ट्रेंथ में, ठीक है. जैसे ही इस एसिड को डाला, ये पूरी की पूरी तरह से हर पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव डिसोसिएट हो गया, एक भी ऐसा नहीं है जो डिसोसिएट नहीं हुआ. और अगर आप यहाँ देख पा रहे हैं, देयर इज some are dissociating and some are as it is remain as it in the combined state. They haven't dissociated. So here we have a large number of H plus ion is being produced. Here less number of H plus ion is being produced. So there is a large, if there is a large number of H plus ion, that is categorized in a strong acid. And because they have less number of H plus ion is being produced, so they are as a weak acids. So strong acids are those which completely dissociates or ionize in the aqueous or in the aqueous solution and produce large amount of H plus ion, whereas in the weak acids they partially का मतलब आधे dissociates होते हैं and they produce less amount of H plus ions. So on the basis of presence of this H plus ion, we have divided the acid in 2 categories: strong acids and weak acids on the basis of their strength. So there are the 2 types of acids are there: strong acid, whereas strongs are HCl, HNO3, sulfuric. They are very strong acid, whereas the weak acids are your acetic acid. If you have remember, that is present in the vinegar. Carbonic acid also one of the weak acids. So this is the weak acids examples. Then now we will going to sum up the properties or physical properties of acids. We know that acids are sour in taste. We have discussed this so many times. Even we have studied all the acidic solution turn the blue litmus to red. वो रेड ही करता है, रेड को रेड ही रहेगा और ब्लू को भी क्या कर देता है, रेड. कोई भी लिटमस डालेंगे वो रेड कलर में चेंज कर देगा. अगर आप रेड लिटमस डालेंगे वो रेड में ही कर देगा, ब्लू को भी रेड में डाल देगा. All this is very important. All acids are soluble in water. You have seen your vinegar, students. विनेगर जो आपके घर में आप यूज करते हैं, दे हैव उसमें एसिड सिर्फ 6 to 7% होता है, रेस्ट इज द वाटर एंड दैट एसिड इज कंप्लीटली सॉल्युबल इन द वाटर. मोस्टली ऑल द एसिड्स आर सॉल्युबल इन द वाटर एंड द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट, दे आर हाईली करोसिव. यू हैव ऑलरेडी स्टडीड अबाउट द एसिड अटैक्स. सो दे आर नॉट, they attack on the metal very corrosively. अगर मेटल इतने स्ट्रॉन्ग होते हैं, उनको ये इतनी बुरी तरह से एसिड उन पे अटैक रखता है, करोड कर देता है. तो मानिए जब हमारे वो स्किन पे पड़ता है, वो हमारी इवन बोन्स तक को करोड कर देता है. दैट इज द रीजन दे आर हाईली करोसिव. एसिड अगेन द एसिड्स हमने अब तक पढ़ लिया है. एसिड वो सब्सटेंस होते हैं विच प्रोड्यूस H+ आयंस. एंड लास्ट, दे ऑल्सो कंडक्ट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है सॉल्यूशन में, नॉट इन द ड्राई स्टेट. व्हाई ड्राई? अगर हम ड्राई स्टेट लेंगे, अगेन दे हैव नो आयंस प्रेजेंट. एज सुन एज वी पुट इन द सॉल्यूशन, द एसिड इमीडिएटली कंडक्ट electricity. There is another question of NCERT, how the acid conduct electricity in the aqueous solution. Why they conduct electricity in the aqueous solution? This is the reason कि जैसे ही पानी में डाला जाता है, they dissociates or ionize in ions, mobile ions. That's why they can easily conduct electricity. This is the reason HCl breaks down into H+ and Cl-. That's why they can easily conduct. अब हमें पता है लिक्विड में आयंस की वजह से एसिडिक कंडक्टर होता है. So this is a picture that if they ask you for the diagram, so this is a diagram where we take a diluted acidic solution. Again we have to take the solution, not the dry one. So that is the reason why it is the most important part of here, that we have to take a solution. That's why this is the reason where the acids dissociate into the ions. Now another question arises in the world, is glucose and alcohol also shows the acidic character? Although they have a hydrogen, I'll just show you the formula of glucose. If you remember, C6H12O6, and alcohol has a formula C2H5OH. Students, they both have a hydrogen. Now the question is, क्या ग्लूकोज और अल्कोहल भी एसिडिक कैरेक्टर शो करते हैं? उन दोनों में भी हाइड्रोजन है. हमने हाइड्रोजन की डेफिनेशन, हमने एसिडिक कैरेक्टर की क्या डेफिनेशन पढ़ी थी? जब वो पानी में जाते हैं, अगर वो H+ आयन में डिसोसिएट हो रहे हैं, तभी वो एसिडिक कैरेक्टर शो करेंगे. Although glucose and alcohol are completely soluble in the water, but when they dissolve into the water, they do not dissociate into H+ ions. So this is the reason the glucose and alcohol do not show any acidic character. This is very important. Although they are soluble in the water, but they do not dissociate into H+ ions. ये H+ ion अलग से dissociate नहीं हो रहा है. So this is the reason the glucose and alcohol is not showing any acidic character on the litmus paper. Another question is being asked in your NCERT, is glucose also conduct electricity? The answer is no, they do not conduct electricity. Again the reason is, although we take the glucose solution, dissolve into the water, they completely soluble, but they do not produce any ions. Glucose में carbohydrates होता है, वो किसी भी ion में नहीं टूटता है. So this is the reason the solution of the glucose do not conduct electricity. To conduct electricity, we require the mobile ions. Whereas in the dilute, if you can able to see that, the dilute hydrochloric acid solution, there is a in the solution there's ions are present, and that's why the bulb is glowing. Here the bulb does not glow. So glucose solution do not conduct electricity. So now the last topic in the acids is concentrated and dilute solution. Students, we have already seen in the lab, there is in the bottles of acid it is written conc, C-O-N-C, or dilute, D-I-L. So what is the difference between conc and dilute? If you remember, you have studied in the 9th class as well, the concentrated solution or diluted solution. Concentrated solution में क्या होता है? Solute is more than the solvent, and diluted solution is solute is lesser than the solvent. If you can able to see that. Similarly happen with the concentrated acid and diluted acid. More the concentration of acid, less is the water. Less is the acid concentration, more is the water. So this is the difference between concentrated and dilute. And one more thing I want to add over, students, in the lab we do not work with the concentrated acids. We work with the diluted acid. Why this is so? Because actually we have already discussed the concentrated acids are highly corrosive. They can corrode our skin. So it's very risky to use the concentrated acid in the lab. We have to use very precautionarily or carefully if we work with the concentrated acid. So in the lab we used to work with the diluted acids. Now the question is how to convert this concentrated acids into the diluted one. So answer is very simple. By adding the water, we can convert the concentrated into diluted. Yes, but in acid this is not so. When you add water into the acids, the reaction is highly exothermic. Exothermic means the large amount of heat has been released, due to which it splashed the concentrated acid out of the container, and which caused the burns on your face. So it's not easy, or it is risky to add water into the acid. So how will we going to dilute the acid is, हम acid को dilute कैसे करते हैं? Actually हम acid में पानी नहीं, पानी में acid डालते हैं. We add acid into the water. वो भी slowly and gradually with the constant stirring. We add slowly and gradually the acids into the water with the constant stirring, and this way we dilute the acids. Students, the question always arises, how is it advisable to add water into the acid? No, it is not. The reaction is highly concentrated, so we cannot dilute in this way. The dilution is have to done in a other way, like what we have to add acid into the water, not water into the acids. So this is all about the acids. Now I will talk about the bases. Now we have talked about the bases. Again, a very classical definition we have talked about. Yes, the bases are bitter in taste. They are those chemicals which make your substance bitter. Like one of this bitter gourd. आपके जो करेला होता है उसमें बेस होता है, वो बहुत कड़वा होता है क्योंकि उसके अंदर बेस प्रेजेंट है. Now there are some examples of the bases are sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, potassium, lithium hydroxides. These are the some examples of their bases. And now if we carefully look at the examples of the bases, one thing we can notice that is one thing is common in all the all the bases, that is OH. Again, Arrhenius has noticed, and he has given another definition of the bases. The bases are when dissolved in the water, they also dissociate into ions, but this time when they dissolve into the water, they dissociate into hydroxide ions. So he has given another definition of bases are those substances when dissolved in water dissociate into hydroxide ion, that is OH ion. Now in this also we have two categories. On the basis of hydroxide ion we have divided the bases into two categories, strong bases and the weak bases. अब strong bases again कौन क्या होगा definition? वो bases जो completely dissociate होते हैं और क्या large number में produce करेंगे hydroxide ion. Similarly weak कौन से होंगे जो partially dissociate होंगे और produce less number of hydroxide ion. There are some examples of weak bases. Here it is some examples of the strong bases. So on the basis of hydroxide ion, we divide the bases into two parts, strong and weak. On the basis of we have divided classify on the basis of the strength, strong and weak. The same definition that we have used in the acids. Now we sum up the physical properties of bases. Again, bases are bitter to taste, as we have already studied. One point I want to add over here also, they are soapy to touch or they are slippery. Have you seen soap? They are slippery in there. That's why the bases, actually all the bases are slippery. So the bases are no doubt bitter as well as slippery to touch. Second, bases turn red litmus paper to blue. They turns as we know that the acid turn blue litmus to red. Acids are totally opposite of the bases. Then again the bases are characterized by the presence of hydroxide ion as given by Arrhenius. Arrhenius said the bases when dissolved in the water they dissociate into hydroxide ion. One again very important point, we haven't studied this part. Bases are also very corrosive. They are corrosive. हमने अभी तक यही पढ़ा acids corrosive होते हैं, नहीं. आपको दिखाना चाहती हूँ bases भी corrosive होते हैं. How they affect on your skin. They are also very corrosive. Yes. Basic भी बहुत corrosive. Strong bases are very corrosive. Next is again, if all bases are not soluble in water, पानी में नहीं घुलते हैं. Only few categories of the bases, few examples of the bases are soluble in water, and we named it. हम उन्हें कहते हैं alkalis. We call it alkalis. If you have studied in your small junior classes also, that bases which are soluble in the water is called alkalis. Although bases also conduct electricity, but in the aqueous solution. Again, I am saying why in the aqueous solution? Because they dissociate into the mobile ions. That's why they conduct electricity in the aqueous solution, not in the dry or anhydrous form. Anhydrous matlab without the water. So when they dissolve into the water, then only they conduct electricity. So this is all for today. That is we have done the physical properties of both acid and bases. Thank you, students.